Welcome back to Bloomberg Daybreak Europe. I'm Danny Berger in London. Now, COVID and labor shortages continue to wreak havoc on global supply chains in the lead up to Christmas. Here in the UK, the country's largest automated warehouse is working flat out to tackle peak holiday demand. Bloomberg's Guy Johnson is at the GXO Nestlé Distribution Center in Derby, and he has a guest with him. Guy?
Danny, good morning. Thank you very much indeed. Yes, welcome to the GXO Nestlé facility just outside Derby, right in the middle of England. And as you say, this is the most automated site from a logistics point of view in the entire UK. It's its first full Christmas in operation. And as you can see behind me, the robots are working feverishly to make sure that Christmas is being delivered on time. In fact, as we saw before the break, they're already starting to bring in some of the Easter eggs. Gavin Williams is the CEO of GXO UK and joins me now. Actually, I think I've just upgraded you, MD of GXO here in the UK and Ireland. Just, Gavin, this place is amazing. We walked around it last night, and it is absolutely humming. There are robots absolutely everywhere doing things that normally humans would be doing, and they are doing it in a sort of significantly more efficient way. In terms of the step change that this kind of facility brings to the logistics industry, just talk me through it.
Well, good morning, by the way, Guy. Well, this is a facility that was born maybe 5 years ago as the digital distribution centre of the future, and 5 years later, it really is the here and now. So technology, for various reasons, is become significantly important in supply chains. This is as good as it gets. This has improved efficiency for our customer Nestlé by about 5 to 7 times, and it works really, really well in big throughput fulfilment centres. But a step below that, we've got a whole load of UK and Ireland facilities, about 240 of them. All of them are looking at technology. It's really here and now.
In terms of what is happening in the supply chain right now, just give us a sense of where the snarl-ups are, where the bottlenecks are, and how this facility deals with some of those issues.
Sure. So, well, supply chains are global, firstly, so we're all influenced by the world around us. So global supply chains have become a little bit choked in various places, be it container movements or labour shortages. So there's various different bottlenecks throughout the supply chain. And in the UK and Ireland, well, we've seen similar sort of themes. So labour inflation, a little bit challenges around labour availability. But the way in which this facility and the likes of Nestlé's warehouse of the future deals with it is it's automated. So these things support people. They make sure that the environments are safer, more efficient, and really are delivering great service for the end consumer.
The issue at the moment is labour availability. But ultimately, there will be a concern that this will take jobs away from the industry. The industry in the UK employs, circa 2.5 million people at the moment.
Yeah.
Is that the case? That is the criticism that is often levelled at this kind of plant.
Well, I can see how people think that way, but this facility alone has increased its headcount by another 100 people in the last year. GXO's increased its headcount by 10,000 from 20,000 to 30,000 in the last year. So the evidence says no, it's definitely not the case. What we find is that technology improves the consumer experience because it makes it more stable and more certain. It improves our employee experience by making it safer and more reliable. And in the end, it improves our customer experience, the people like Nestlé, by making it more efficient.
The pallet's going past us here. This is fairly easy to manage stuff. Anything on the pallet is fairly easy to deal with. You also have customers like H&M, Henderson Mauritz. How easy is it to deal? How does it compare dealing with a pallet load of San Pellegrino or whatever is going past versus fast fashion?
Well, what we've seen is a significant shift, in particular over the last couple of years, but the trend was increasing over recent years. And we've seen a significant shift towards e-commerce. So what that means is you see behind us full pallet loads going out. I'm not so sure it's so easy to handle because it's a very automated site, but I get your point. But when you're in e-commerce world, we're delivering for you and I small cases and small cartons for individual consumption. So that's more complex because we're delivering for your personal needs. So what we're seeing is trends where consumers are not just ordering multiple items in cartons, but they're also looking at personalisation, be that engraving or personalisation of the goods they're ordering. So that in itself is becoming more and more complex, which is why customers are turning to contract logistics players like GXO.
There's a robot over there, I can just see it sort of over your shoulder, which is learning.
Yeah.
It has AI technology, it's figuring stuff out on a daily basis. Just give me a sense of the trajectory we're on in terms of industrial automation, kind of the step change you're seeing year on year.
Yeah, well, we think our peer group automates and uses about 6% of technology. In GXO, we use about 30, and that's only going one way. So I cannot remember a time where we've presented to our customers in the last couple of years without a technology solution in the centre of our solution for that customer. So it's only going in one direction. Some of the technology you see here is supplied by our partner Swisslog. It's state-of-the-art technology. And in the end, what we need to do is adapt our workforce, because sites like this actually advertise roles not just as warehouse operatives, but as digital warehouse operatives. So starting to bring people in who are more familiar with technology and train them to use, and as you say, use AI to improve the consumer experience.
So later on today, we're going to have a US inflation number. It's going to be a hot number. Supply chains are going to be a big part of the inflationary surge that we're seeing at the moment. Just give me your sense. You deal with this stuff day in, day out. Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? Are we through the kind of the worst of it? Can you see 2022 being better from a supply chain point of view?
Well, in supply chain, there's always a problem. What we're good at is fixing it. So 2 years ago, it was Brexit. Last year and even this year, it's pandemic, as you know. And now it's wage inflation or wage availability. So it's a problem we're used to fixing. But it's things like this and sites like this where we're deploying technology that just take the tip of the iceberg off. And in the end, we're a big people employer. So people will still be at the heart of what we do, using technology. I see next year as being a more stable year, but still challenging.
Gavin Williams, thank you very much indeed. Great to see you this morning. Thanks for inviting us up to the site and hosting us. Gavin Williams, the MD of GXO UK and Ireland. Danny, back to you.